with the increasing immigrant population and just the numbers growing, I think that also means power for immigrants. Definitely, the number of immigrants increasing, or like people moving to the U.S. in general, is also a lot rooted in a lot of conditions in their home country. Kind of like what I've said earlier, is that Filipinos in the Philippines don't just leave because they wanna go on a vacation in the U.S. They leave because of economic opportunities and lack of employment in their own country. So I think for the rising immigrant number of immigrants in California or in the U.S. to be able to yes, advocate for our rights and welfare here, but to always link our issues back to our home country, because we will never resolve the issue of immigration, of forced migration, until the root causes in our home country is resolved. So I think finding power in the numbers of immigrants would be good, and being able to link the local issues to what's happening in the homeland. I think, yeah, for new immigrants, I would say know your family story, like why they moved, and understand that. And because for me, when my mom left the Philippines, and my siblings and I were there for a few years without her and our parents, there was some degree of resentment of oh, how come they left us, yeah, don't they want to be here, see us grow up? And then when you come to the US, you're also some people are how come you brought me here, this is not the culture I'm used to, I'm struggling to adjust. But I think for immigrant youth to also know the story of their parents and their family, to understand where their family is coming from, that a lot of these choices that they made were not choices because they really wanted to, but because it was lack of choices in their lives, of lack of opportunities in the Philippines. So I think knowing their family story would help them understand why their parents did the same things they did, but also knowing that those choices and those sacrifices are not just unique to their family, that it's something that's very experienced by a lot of immigrant families. And so they should try to not blame their parents for what happened, or their relatives, but to see that there's a link in our stories, and that there's a commonality. But I also would say that for immigrant youth, yeah, to find other people, yeah, who experience the same thing and find their niche and their community, yeah, know their stories and be able to link it to the larger issues of the community.